Expressive arts changes people's lives because it allows them to go as deeply as they want into their unconscious. And it gives them permission to do that, to explore feelings that maybe don't make sense any other way. So it is a healing tool. We find ways to make conscious the unconscious, and using the arts is the perfect way to do that.
How do we bring art therapy to the children of Bosnia? And it came out of a simple dinner conversation. What I realize now, these years later, is you just never know where your passion is coming from and what your destiny might be when you ask the question of, what if the arts have a bigger purpose? And I wanted to be part of that. I basically became a believer. We're invited in, we're always invited into an environment where there is a need, and the need is about community building around a trauma. We received an invitation 3 days after Katrina hit our Gulf Coast, and the question was, can you adapt your program to come back home and work with teachers and children who have been displaced as a result of this disaster. For some time then, we were working and training teachers how to use the same model that we had developed in Bosnia, adapted for our own culture. There was a conflict that broke out in Lebanon, and the decision was made that we would bring 28 teachers, professional caregivers of children, social workers to the Isle of Rhodes right after the 2006 conflict had ended. Then those teachers took the information that they had gleaned from us, the experience that they had on the Isle of Rhodes, went back to their country, and they used it within their own settings. There is no doubt about it, we are advocating healing through imagination. Like in Bosnia, when we went into the Middle East, we realized that we are a catalyst for change. We offer this in a program that is all about healing through imagination. We saw it happen last year when we launched our Middle East Institute. And we want more of that. We want to train more and more people in our model so that they can take it into their settings and build it the same way we did it in the 5 years in Bosnia. And this was a commitment I made at the 2008 Clinton Global Initiative. You know, the evolution of what we call the Artreach model is a blend, is an integration of the different arts modalities to help get to the place of feelings and the allowance for the feelings to be expressed. And so the Artreach Foundation spent a lot of time figuring out how to encourage that in a very gentle kind of way, working through metaphors. The magic that happens in working Artreach within a group process and a group dynamic is that a community forms, a community of individuals that are working on two different levels. They're working on the healing within themselves as well as the healing within the community. I think it was better that we started with children and we moved across the understanding and got the validation from the teachers and the parents and the adults that something is happening here. And it's the child within the adult that starts resonating. That's the place that the Artreach program wants to get to begin the healing process. The underlying theme of my life has been a fascination with how we heal. Because I grew up in a house with a father who brought home his trauma from the Korean War. But in bringing the program home so that it can go to the U.S. military, we did something, we added an element that provided safety. We started training veterans to be part of this safe space circle. And that's a little different than what we'd ever done before. So we're operating in a different kind of way with our military program, and that we always have a veteran trainer that is part of the process, part of the groups that we are working with. It would be wonderful to see the Artreach model put into centers where veterans come. Maybe it is a local community center that's working with the veterans and their families who have returned from one of these wars, and it's not easy to come back and be reintegrated. I didn't follow a script. This was not the story that I ever imagined for myself. This is truly an encore career. This is filled with more passion than anything I ever had prior, other than being a mother. This is probably the best time of my life.